moment it appeared, everything shifted. Not slowly, not gradually, but all at once. One shaky clip, filmed from a distance, was enough to send an entire fandom into chaos. Within minutes, timelines were flooded, group chats exploded, and speculation moved faster than anyone could control. At the center of it all were two names that fans had already been quietly connecting for months: Zhao Jinmai Song Weilong. But this time, it felt different. This wasn't a drama scene. This wasn't a behind-the-scenes moment. And it definitely wasn't something meant for the public eye. According to online discussions, the clip first surfaced late at night from a small fan account. No official source, no explanation, just a few seconds of footage that quickly spread across platforms like wildfire. By the time people began questioning its origin, it was already everywhere. Reposted, zoomed in, slowed down, analyzed frame by frame. And what people thought they saw changed everything. The setting itself raised questions. It didn't look staged. There were no bright lights, no visible cameras, no staff moving in the background. The atmosphere felt quiet, almost like a moment not meant to be captured. A dim space, possibly outside a building or near a private venue, where everything felt natural and unguarded. Then there was the body language. They stood close. Not the kind of distance usually maintained in public appearances. Not the careful space celebrities often keep when they know eyes are watching. There was no visible tension, no awkwardness, just a quiet sense of comfort, as if they were existing in their own world for a brief moment. And then it happened. A small movement, easy to miss if you blinked. He leaned in. She didn't step back. For a second that felt far longer than it should have. The space between them disappeared. And then, what many believed to be a kiss, not dramatic, not exaggerated, but soft, brief, and almost ordinary. That simplicity is exactly what made it feel real, because it didn't look like something rehearsed. It didn't carry the polished intensity of scripted romance. It was imperfect, unframed, unfiltered, and in an industry built on carefully constructed moments, that imperfection stood out more than anything else. Within hours, reactions split into waves. Some fans celebrated. To them, this was a confirmation they had been waiting for, the missing piece that suddenly made sense of months of subtle interactions. Others refused to believe it. They argued it had to be a deleted scene, a rehearsal, or footage taken out of context. Something explainable. Something safer than the idea of it being real. And then there were those who analyzed everything. Angles, shadows, timing, distance. Was it really a kiss? Or just a whisper caught at the wrong moment? Was the footage recent? Or something old, resurfacing at the perfect time? The questions multiplied faster than the answers. What made things even more intense was what followed in the clip. There was no dramatic reaction, no sudden panic, no attempt to pull away quickly. Zhao Jinmai appeared calm, almost as if nothing unusual had happened. Song Weilong didn't look startled either. His posture remained relaxed, his movements unhurried. To many viewers, it didn't look like a mistake. It looked familiar. That interpretation sent fans digging into the past. Old interviews resurfaced, moments where answers felt just slightly too careful. Behind-the-scenes clips where eye contact lingered a second longer than expected. Public appearances where their attention seemed quietly centered on each other, even in crowded rooms. At the time, those details were easy to dismiss. Professional chemistry, friendly comfort, normal co-star dynamics. But now, people were watching those same moments differently, as if they had always meant more. The timing only added fuel to the fire. Recently, both had been noticeably quieter on social media. Fewer updates, less interaction. To some, that silence felt intentional, a quiet attempt to stay out of the spotlight while something personal unfolded. To others, it felt like a reaction, a pause before a possible response, or perhaps a strategy to let the storm pass without feeding it further. And then there were the agencies, or rather, the lack of response from them. No statements, no denials, no clarifications. In the entertainment world, silence rarely feels neutral. It creates space for curiosity, for speculation, for narratives to grow far beyond their starting point. As days pass, The conversation hasn't faded. If anything, it has evolved. Some fans are beginning to push back against the intensity. They remind others that not every moment needs to be dissected, that celebrities, despite their public lives, are still individuals who deserve private space. They ask a simple question: what if this was never meant to be seen? At the same time, the reality remains. From this point forward, everything will be watched more closely. Every interaction, every glance, every moment of distance or closeness will carry meaning, whether intentional or not. If they appear together, it will be called confirmation. If they don't, it will be called avoidance. There is no easy way to exist under that kind of attention. Some believe an official response will eventually come, not necessarily to confirm anything, but to calm the noise. Others think silence will remain the chosen path, allowing time to slowly shift focus elsewhere. Because in the fast-moving world of online attention, even the biggest stories can fade, but not all of them do. And maybe that's what makes this moment different. It's not just about what was seen in those few seconds. It's about what people believe they saw, what they felt, the meaning they attached to something so brief, yet so powerful. Whether real or misunderstood, that moment has already left its mark. And for now, there is no clear answer, no confirmation, no denial, no final truth. Just a clip, a reaction, and a story that continues to unfold in the space between reality and perception. Because sometimes the moments that shake the internet the most are the ones that refuse to be fully explained. Disclaimer: this narrative is based on online discussions, fan interpretations, and unverified footage circulating on social media. There's been no official confirmation or statement from Zhao Jinmai Song Weilong or their representatives. This content is created for entertainment and discussion purposes only